Wreckreation is the spiritual successor to Burnout, and I fucking love this game. But let me explain. First, you need to understand my baseline for loving this game is I love games like this. I love arcade racers. They're probably my favorite genre in video games. I can't shut the fuck up about Burnout 3. So I'm predestined to love this game, despite its flaws. And it does have flaws, but they're so easy to overlook, and they're pretty few and far between. Let's get into it. A lot of things in this game are the same as Burnout. Takedowns, aftertouch takedowns, aggressive driving to earn boost chains, the car types, road rage mode, shutdown unlocks, the D-pad menu, the fucking font and vibe of the little bottom ticker that scrolls by as things are happening on the screen, gas stations, repair your car, there's billboards to smash and stunts to do, the radio music style, the DJ and the voiceover, it's all very, very Burnout in the best ways. That's not to say everything is Burnout, it's not a carbon copy, there's new stuff too. Namely, the way that you interact with the online multiplayer, something called Live Mix, which we'll get into soon, and then Sky Tracks, which is maybe the biggest hook. Obviously, Sky Tracks are pretty self-explanatory. Behold, there are tracks in the sky. The cool part is that you can customize them. Actually, you can kind of customize everything in this game, and there's a big emphasis on that. That's where Live Mix comes in. So you have the ability at any point to open up the menu in the bottom left corner of your screen, and you use your D-pad to kind of navigate things that can change the world. So live mixing your car is as simple as changing the color of your car or your rims or your boost. But if you live mix the track, you're able to put things down like jumps or ramps or loops or obstacles, things of that nature. In addition, you can live mix modes as well. You can create your own race, you can create your own road rage, you can create your own whatever mode that you decide you'd like to interact with, you can create with a combination of the world that's already supplied to you, the sky tracks that are supplied to you, or you can start to make your own way and create things alone or with friends, which is kind of the main hook here. However, no fucking crossplay in 2025. Massive, massive miss for a game that wants you to collaborate with your friends. But even without crossplay, there's still so much to love, especially from the online functionality here, where getting together with friends and just kind of creating madness and seeing what kind of random tracks you can come up with or where people are going to place their start points or end points for races. You could go across the whole fucking map. You could do a tiny little sprint race. There's a lot of customizability here, and I think this game is going to be very much driven by the people that create within it. All of this is not to say that you can't enjoy the game single player. The vast majority of my time that I've spent in this game has been single player. I've been doing the pre-established tracks, I've been doing the road rage modes, I have been smashing billboards and doing stunts and discovering the map and unlocking roads and unlocking cars. And I think if there's one thing that you'd take from this review, it's that this game has drawn me in like no racing game has in a very long time. I've had this installed for about a week and a half now, and I have found myself so often just going and booting it up for like a race and hopping in for a half hour, having a blast, seeing where the world takes me, seeing what I can unlock, seeing if I can beat some time. It is really, really fucking fun. You guys get the idea. I really like this game, but I want to dig into the stuff where it comes up short a little bit. Now, the entire map kind of feels like the outskirts of Paradise City. If you don't know what I mean, the right side, the east side of Burnout Paradise's map is very dense. It's like a cityscape. It's almost a grid-like system. It is full of buildings and life. It is dense with traffic. There's a lot going on there. There is no place in this world that is supplied to you that feels that way. Again, that's not what they were going for. However, the game just basically feels like the entire west side of the Burnout Paradise map. If you look at it where it opens up, there's winding roads, there's little towns and kind of outposts. There's cool stuff to do. There's some landmarks, there's things that you'll bump into like, oh, there's a lighthouse. Oh, there's a little like dinosaur park. There's weird stuff happening in there worth checking out. But for the most part, the world is fairly barren and most of it looks the same. It's not Forza Horizon, but even though it's largely the same, there is some variability that you don't see in the Burnout games, things like day and night cycle and changing the weather, which is actually pretty dynamic and cool and does change the way that your car handles. Also, just the visual aesthetic goes a long way. The other big elephant in the room here is that this is not a AAA title. I already said this game was made by 10 people and it's inspired by AAA games of yesteryear, but there's some weird glitches and jank here. Usually it's environmental and car physics based, not when you're driving as much as once you've crashed, things can kind of go off the rails. You might see a car just go flying out of left field, or maybe something explodes and the way that like sign falls is going to look strange and janky. Some of the environment can be accessed and it really shouldn't be able to be accessed accessed even though it's an open world. Things like the rocky area of a beach or like the top of mountains, but it's mostly the stuff that you can kind of already assume is going to be a little weird in any racing game. I think Forza has this problem as well. But those are the biggest issues that I have, and it's not to say that this game is bad by any means. It's not like this is Mass Effect Andromeda to the Mass Effect trilogy. This is more like God of War Ascension is to the God of War trilogy. It's great, it's more of that thing that you love. It's a bit rough around the edges, it doesn't hit exactly the same, but it's so fucking close that it's worth digging into. It's just, the game is fun. I found myself getting pulled back into it, discovering parking lots, smashing grates, doing tricks, winning races, taking jumps. I want to end this video so I can go play more of it, and that's what I'm going to do. Shout out to THQ for hooking up with an early copy of the game. I can't wait to hop back in and do some online stuff, especially with the community. I'll be streaming it for sure. If you're watching this video, you know what to do. Make my brain feel good, click the buttons that matter, and come find me somewhere else across the internet.